Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this tutorial. Okay, so today we'll be talking about the software development lifecycle models. So first, talking about the waterfall model. So this is a model that takes a linear approach in which one phase is completed before you move to the next stage, and that you just travel, just phase down to the next till the end of the project. So this is usually suitable for a very small project. It's not a suitable method for a large project for a number of reasons. First reason is that there are no early deliverables. So meaning not till the end of the project, the customer, the end users do not get to see an MVP or what the software looks like until the end of the project, and that makes it very rigid and inflexible. So that means customer requirements cannot change during the process of development, and we understand that we're in a data driven world. Requirements are changing now and now. Okay, so move to the next slide. We have the iterative model. So we said an approach to continuously improving a product by producing a prototype, test it, tweak it, and repeat. So from this diagram, you find that we have what requirement analysis. So when you go through this process, you release an increment, so you release a version of the software, then take a feedback from this version and go to the process again, requirement analysis, design, coding, release another version. So you keep releasing until you have something very close to your solution. So this integrates the customer into this process, and customer requirements can change at the end of each phase so that it can be incorporated to the next phase of development. Um, so one of the disadvantages of this approach is that it lacks early complete product. So the first version is usually not sophisticated, doesn't have a lot of features, so may not look complete, may not be making sense to the end user. It requires more resources and time to complete this because of the iteration. So that means um for this approach, usually you should have your own development team and not contracting it out because it's going to be more cost. Yeah. And it requires customer availability so that at the end of each increment, when you release a new increment, you need the customer to make a review before you can move on to the next. Okay, so thirdly, we're talking about the Agile methodology. This is an incremental and iterative process of software development. Every iteration is considered a short frame in the Agile process model. And we have a number of approaches under Agile. So we have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have extreme programming. So they are all approaches used under the Agile methodology. So very similar to iterative approach. So it goes through the planning, design, development, test, deployment, and review, and you go on a launch. Now, the good thing about Agile that makes it very different from the iterative approach is that the Agile process model usually lasts between 2 to 4 weeks. So that means within 2 to 4 weeks, you are launching a product. So it's a very fast process, unlike the iterative process that once one iteration can take a very long time. So the maximum time for an iteration under the Agile methodology is 4 weeks. So you can easily quickly test and move into the next sprint. So you do a retrospective where you review what has been deployed and quickly you start a new sprint to incorporate the next feature that should be coming in. So you can get the so a customer can make a review after within 2 to 4 weeks, since that's the period given for a product launch. So it takes in the changing customer requirements, is taken into development, and MVP is released. So each versions are released, so the customer can easily see what they want and if they are cool with it or not. If they are cool with it, so in the next sprint there will be fixes. So, but as good as this approach is, it constantly require the customer availability for a team to progress, and it is highly dependent on a very skillful and experienced team member. So you need people of high skill to run an agile methodology because of the time of delivery. Um, there's also continuous involvement and feedback of the stakeholders of such a product. So you have to involve the stakeholder at every point. So it can be a constraint when the stakeholders are not available to do some of these things. So if you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for staying to the end.